Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching News at 10, broadcasting on Channels Television live from Lagos. A quick reminder of our top stories now. We told you. A bloodbath in Maiduguri as at least 58 people die in multiple explosions in the Borno state capital. Also mixed reactions as INEC puts smart card readers to test in 12 states of the Federation ahead of the general elections. And President Goodluck Jonathan promises change to change Nigeria's fortune in sports as he undertakes fitness walk in Abuja. And APC leaders and supporters march in Lagos. Party national leader says that exercise is a walk for change. Well, all our top stories can be found on our website, channelstv.com, and youtube.com/channelsweb. Visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. We urge you to please interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android, iOS, and Windows 8 platforms. And if you've got pictures or videos to share with us, just tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions there. And here are some of the pictures you sent in. First is this one from Port Harcourt, the River State capital. Our Eyewitness reporter describes it as a garden city, but people dump refuse right in the middle of the road. He says residents should desist from such acts, especially as the rainy season sets in. And also, this is the second picture, a dilapidated road at Fakale along the Ikorodu-Shagamu Expressway, Ogun State. It has become a nightmare for the few motorists who dare to ply that road, and with more rains expected, the Eyewitness reporter says that the situation is likely to get even worse. And finally is this other picture, another bad road from Ata Ikeduru of Ibieri in Mbiatoli local government area of Imo State. Our Eyewitness reporter says that as the only accessible road linking the two communities, it needs urgent attention. Well, thank you very much indeed for those Eyewitness reports from all of you coming in. Just let them keep coming in, and we do sure we can bring it to you. Now, although the two main parties have signed their own peace pact, the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, and the All Progressives Congress, APC, in Kaduna State are trading blames over recent violent acts and killings in the state. The campaign organization of the PDP gubernatorial candidate and incumbent Governor Mukhtar Yero has raised an alarm over what it describes as growing victimization of its supporters by the APC members. It alleged that some people working for the opposition party were destroying their campaign vehicles, posters, and billboards. But in his reaction, the spokesman for the APC governorship candidate, Samuel Aruwan, dismissed the PDP's allegations as baseless and alleged that the party is using its powers to victimize the opposition.
The recent peace accord signed by the candidates of all political parties in Kaduna State hasn't stopped violent clashes between the ruling People's Democratic Party and the All Progressives Congress. Recently, 32 persons were injured and 25 vehicles destroyed by suspected APC thugs during a PDP campaign rally at Bakinurua, Rigasa and Berinengwari villages. Although the governor had cautioned his supporters not to retaliate, both parties have clashed at various times and places, leaving many injured and property destroyed.
It is disheartening to note that the El-Rufai campaign organization mobilized thugs on Sunday who attacked PDP members and pulled down PDP billboards, and then quickly went to press to discredit our party.
Last Saturday, the governor went to Zaria. On Friday, ahead of Saturday's campaign, security agencies personally supervised destruction of our billboard and posters. I'm not just talking, I'll provide you evidence.
As the accusations and counter-accusations continue, the State Police Command has warned that it will deal with any person or group that instigates violence before, during, and even after the polls. According to the Commissioner of Police, Umar Shehu, several people have already been arrested over the past incidents and will soon be arraigned.
Since the last one we signed here with AIG, since we have not recorded any case of violence or any clash between the political parties, and even the tampering with the billboard and the posters has reduced.
3 weeks to the presidential election, residents there are apprehensive that if not checked by security agencies, the growing political violence could lead to a total breakdown of law and order during the polls.
And in Lagos, members and supporters of the All Progressives Congress, the APC, today took to the streets in what they termed a 1 million man march from Maryland area to Surulere area of Lagos mainland, and at the stop at Teslim Balogun Stadium, where party leaders seek more support at the polls.
It's tagged a 1 million man march, a solidarity walk through major streets of Nigeria's commercial capital, Lagos. The Lagos mainland almost stood still with supporters of General Muhammadu Buhari. Members of the APC sing, chant and gyrate to political songs in the praise of the APC candidates.
There is no English. I'm a Yoruba man. Go and translate it the way you like.
Leaders of the APC are at the forefront of the march. The several hours endurance walk terminates at the Teslim Balogun Stadium in Surulere area of the state. Here, the leaders seize the opportunity to address the crowd.
We are moving a point. Once again, I want to thank all Lagosians. We said we will do a 1 million man march, and we did it. Beyond those that took part in the war, millions of Nigerians were busy watching from the television. We have said it. We are going to prove it. In fact, they could shift the date of the election, but they cannot shift our destiny.
Tó bá ti di March 28 àti April 11, à ń bá wọn dànù o. Wọ́n á ní oríire wa lọ o. Ẹ̀tún náwó olóríire náwó ojú òní tiẹ̀ o.
Our great youth, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let me show you hand. Let me see your hand.
The march may be a form of exercise, but then it's largely a political statement, especially in a strategic state like Lagos, where not only numbers matter, but the commerce here makes the decision of voters and leaders impactful.
Well, the Nigerian military has reacted to the Maiduguri bomb attacks with a vow to avenge the killings. The defense headquarters on its Twitter handle wrote, "We will avenge the innocent blood. Despicable act of terrorism clinging to straws and set to be examinated to #NeverAgainRise." Now, the DHQ also stated that the situation was being managed and under control as emergency services have been activated. The military confirmed the suicide bomb attack to have occurred in 3 locations: Baga Motor Park, Monday Market and Borno Express Park. Now, most roads in Maiduguri metropolis were cordoned off to avoid further attacks as youth volunteers mounted heavy surveillance in many parts of the city. Now, Saturday's bombing in Maiduguri, Borno State is the latest since security forces commenced severe operations in the northeast after the shift of the 2015 general elections with a view to curtail the activities of the insurgents in the troubled region. Now, early on Saturday, the DHQ had tweeted that troops were conducting mopping operations in Buniyadi and Bunigari after a successful simultaneous operation concluded at dawn there. According to the military, troops had sacked terrorists from their two villages formerly controlled by the Boko Haram sect. And as part of preparations for the 2015 general elections, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, conducted a test on the smart card readers to be used for the elections. The card readers were tested in 225 polling units and 358 voting points across 12 registered wards in 2 states from each of the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. Well, according to the Chief Press Secretary to the INEC Chairman, Mr. Kayode Idowu, the exercise was conducted in Rivers, Delta, Ebonyi, Anambra, Lagos, Ekiti, Taraba, Bauchi, Kano, Kebbi, Nasarawa, and Niger states. Voters in the various wards participated in the card reading exercise with their permanent voter cards. INEC says that the use of card readers for accreditation in the March 28th and April 11th elections will come back to electoral manipulation. Our reporter, Sheon Okimbaloye, reports.
Smart card readers, INEC's newest baby, an introduction the Commission says is an answer to solving the age-long trouble with voter register. But the card readers has perhaps given the Commission more sleepless night than they envisaged, and a possible way to deal with the controversy is a public test of the device. So a field testing in 12 states, 2 from each geopolitical zones, was designed. In Lagos, not an impressive turnout, but local and international observers keep a close watch while voters in trickles approach the officials with their PVCs. The efficacy of the device was particularly tested when these men appeared at the polling unit, different from the one where he registered.
It rejected it immediately, and they told me immediately that I should go to where I registered.
If you are not the owner of the card, the smart card as shown today, it will reject it. If you go to a particular polling unit where you did not register, that is where your name is not on the register, the smart card will also do what? Will reject it. And the smart card also keeps records of everything. As we are speaking now, Mr. Tunde Gafar and his team, they're already sending all the records of what the smart carders have done today to where? To Abuja, the headquarters. Because it also has a device that sends this information right to a database, to a server where it keeps the record. Next week we shall be in Abuja to do an assessment of this demonstration exercise. Areas where we need to still improve, we work on them.
Today we deployed 350 observers across the 12 states, and it's the same information we gather here, we also gather across, because the essence of today's exercise is to see the efficacy of this voter machine, how it works. You know very well that voter accreditation during the election is between 8 and 1, that is 300 minutes. So if you take a machine 1 minute to capture a person, that means you can't go beyond 300 people. So those who are clamoring for not to be used, they have a point. But if you can capture 4 people or 3 within a minute, it's a plus.
The Commission is expected to release its report on the exercise in a few days. But then, this exercise may have clearly shown in what ways INEC will have to adjust its strategies ahead of the elections, which is just 3 weeks away. Sheon Okimbaloye reporting for Channels Television News.
You're watching the news at 10, reaching you live on Channels Television. We're going on a short break now. When we come back, we'll be looking at the situation of the card reader machines. Stay with us.